Hey, good evening, everybody. Go ahead and get started in about 5 minutes. Put out any reminders that you have, any group chats, any team pages. Let's remind them about Power Hour tonight. Our schedule is a little off just due to the chaos of traveling and summit. So I just love, if I'm hosting, I like to see where you are from. Where are you joining us from tonight? Just drop it in the comments. Where are you from? Where are you at? And do you tonight too? I'm waiting on a few. Oregon, Arkansas, Nashville, Australia in the house, Alabama, Arkansas. I know it's hot. It's been so hot today in Florida. I think it was like 108. That's what it felt like. It's hot, 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 hot. Hey, everybody. If you're just chopping on, just dropping. Yeah, it was hot today. I think it was hot everywhere. See a lot of people joining us. Utah. Okay, don't even say it's hot in Utah because that's not real. Idaho. It gets hot in Idaho, I can tell you from experience, but not like the humidity. The humidity is just killer, but you know, people like dry heat's hotter, damp heat, it's all hot. So Idaho. It's all hot. Hot is hot. Dry heat, warm heat, damp heat, whatever you call it. It is heat. Heat, heat, heat. So thank you all for hopping on tonight. I know I traveled up until yesterday. I got home yesterday. Most people went home Sunday, so people are kind of getting back into routine. My kids started school Monday, so it's getting back into routine for us here at my house. Go ahead and send out any reminders that you have while we're waiting to get started, group chats, team chats, wherever you're at. You keep getting kicked out. That's weird because there's not too many people on. There's only 32 people on. I don't know why you keep getting kicked out. Unless your service isn't great. Put out my reminder. Power hour going on now. Perfect. All right. Hey, Tabitha. Good evening, everybody. Got just a couple minutes and we're going to get started. We'll let a few others join us. I need some nice like background elevator music to play. Give everybody just a couple more minutes because our numbers always like people join right at 8 o'clock. So they're slowly climbing. All right. I'm supposed to have some co-hosts, but they're not on yet. So I gave them their reminder. So we'll give them just another minute and then we'll get started because I appreciate those of you who showed up. There's Alicia. Hi, Alicia. There's Kaylee. There they are. Hey, girls. I'm gonna go ahead and start our recording. Yeah, I know. I was like,
I'm all like, hi, yeah, hi. And I'm like, oh, maybe she can't hear me.
Yeah, I'm like, surely she knows.
Sorry.
All right. Hi, Kaylee.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Excited. Super excited for tonight. So, like I said, I think I see me, Alicia, and Kaylee. We might have some other co-hosts join us too. I'm not sure. But we are going to go ahead and get started since people showed up on time. I want to take the time and appreciate that. So we appreciate you all for being on tonight. I think it's been kind of a whirlwind since we got back. I know everyone's been crazy busy. So, Kaylee, let's go ahead and start. We kind of talked about this earlier. What would you say your biggest takeaway was coming from STEM? Like, what are you most excited about? What was your takeaway? Just tell me.
Well, I'm really excited about the products that came out for sure. I know that we're not necessarily a food company, but these are some really good products. I had Rice Krispie treats for breakfast and popcorn for lunch, and they are really good. So it's not like one of those things where it's kind of like the shake, and it's kind of like, remember how we made the shake, Elisa, and we're like, yeah, that's really good, you know, and it wasn't really that great. You remember when we did the keto shake? Remember, you know, we're both like, we did it live for the first time. Yeah. And yeah, right. And so I'm really excited about that. I think that you know, everybody in the company should be excited for that. People do really like to snack and stuff, and when they find out that they can eat this and use it with the combo and stuff, it's going to give them a little bit more edge. But I think as far as the overall summit was super exciting, and thank you to everybody who attended and to everybody that made it possible, and everybody who talked on stage. You guys all did amazing, and I know that it can be super scary. But I think that my biggest takeaway from all of it was that everybody is their own person. You don't have to be someone else. You don't have to try to be someone else. It doesn't matter where you are in your journey. Whatever you're doing is, you know, live it for what you're doing in your business. If you know you're showing up every day and you're doing the activities that you're supposed to be doing, be proud of who you are. Like, and you have to insert yourself sometimes. You know, sometimes people get upset and they feel left out, or they feel like they didn't get paid attention to, or this or that. There's a lot of people at these events, and it is very, very hard to keep track of, you know, 60, 80, 100 people. I can't even imagine Elisa. She's at the top, right? So it's crazy for all of us. So just be, you know that you're in the right place at the right time. But another big thing was that our mindset is so important, and that we should be training our mind and our body every day. So when I say that we're in a health and wellness company, we should be mindfully training our body to eat better, to exercise. You know, we tell people, oh, you don't have to exercise. Oh, you don't have to do this. Now, there are some people that are in wheelchairs that we've had success with, or maybe can't exercise every single day. But you know, we are, when we say live better, we truly want to have a company that helps people live better. And part of that is exercising and doing those things. So I really liked when they talked about really taking control of our mind and the things that we, you know, training our mind and our body. So that was my big takeaway, I think, was just that. Well, there was a lot, but that was one of them.
Yeah, that was awesome. No, I agree. Just for those like in the comment chat, let's hear let's make this fun. If you've tried both of the snacks, as in the blueberry and the s'mores, drop your favorite, blueberry or s'mores, in the chat. and then drop your white cheddar or salty sweet popcorn in the chat as well. I'm just curious to see what everyone's opinions are here. Blueberry, white cheddar, salty sweet, sweet and salty, both popcorns. Oh, someone had a good idea of mixing the popcorns together, like a big bowl, and then scooping out a serving size, and then you kind of get both. So that, I figured I'd share that idea. Blueberry, white cheddar. It looks like it's a good combination of everything.
Listen, on that
From
white
what
cheddar,
people
if you
are
put
saying.
the Chipotle seasoning, Elisa.
Which one is your favorite, Kaylee?
The white cheddar is my favorite, and then I put
Oh.
Chipotle seasoning on it. Yum, like yummy. And you know, the Chipotle spice helps aid in weight
I bet
loss,
that's
right? So now you can eat popcorn and lose weight.
Sorry, I'm trying to mute people.
Yeah.
I don't know what was happening there.
What's your favorite,
I'm trying to
Elisa?
mute.
What's your favorite? Elisa?
I like the s'mores. I mean, I like them both, but if I have to pick a favorite, my favorite would be the s'mores. And like I said, I like the blueberry. But then I would say the sweet and salty. I like the sweet and salty. I like the white cheddar too. But if I had to pick one, I would say the sweet and salty. And that cotton candy, y'all, if you have not tried the cotton candy, it literally tastes like cotton candy. It was amazing. I love the cotton candy.
Yeah, that is, I'm going to
It's
tell you what we
really
were just talking a couple of weeks ago. We went to the fair and the line for the cotton candy was like seriously, they stayed after the fireworks and waited in the line to get the cotton candy because like, you know, it was cotton candy and it is super good, that cotton candy.
It is so good. I was completely blown away at how good it was. So that's exciting. And I think I saw Stacy on. Stacy, you with us? I know. Feedback.
I'm here. Hi.
I don't know, but
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm going to mute some people.
Sorry, I'm getting feedback.
I'm getting people
Make
muted.
sure. Yeah.
I can't hardly hear anything.
Okay. Thank you. I know, because there was a lot of feedback. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, perfect. I know you're busy and multitasking. What would you say, what was your biggest takeaway?
My biggest takeaway. There were so many. I mean, this was such. Hey, look. Say hi. Hi. This is my granddaughter. She needs to go to
Oh,
school.
she's so cute. Is she the, don't we have the same birthday? I'm pretty sure we have the same birthday.
March 13th. See, Grandpa. March 13th, yeah. So my biggest takeaway for sure, I don't know. I mean, there's just so many things about this event that was just completely incredible. My biggest takeaway, I think, though, would have to be the love everybody shared with everybody. It wasn't just on one person's team or this person's team. It was all over the board. It was all the leaders loving on every single teammate that was there, whether they be sidelines, downlines, uplines, whatever. And I think that was probably one of the best things because there is just this family atmosphere. And, you know, once you find the people like we have in our company, you just fall in love with them. And you just being able to be around them and loving on them and hugging them and just everything is just one of the things that I think is one of the most important things to be able to be around, because not everybody has love in their life and not everybody has, you know, family in their life. And being at an event like this where there's friends, there's family, there's everything. There's just all of the love. I think that's one of the biggest takeaways, because you can just feel it whenever you start seeing everybody. I do think that's it. Did I lose her? She's frozen. It's slow.
It's slow for sure.
I mean, there's so many people that I saw, that I met that have social anxiety, that are just have high anxiety all around, and being able for them to come out of their shells and just, just be around everybody and feel comfortable around everybody, even people they've never met. That was just incredible.
And I think that happens, Stacey, because I know that I'm so thankful to Allie Carlson for starting those power hours. I think it really helped people get to know, us, the leaders, or, as the other leaders in the company. And so then it didn't feel so awkward or uncomfortable for them. And they were able to see through those power hours. Well, I know, they're really able to see us. We're not always like made up and perfect. And we have, y'all have kids running around, and Elisa's on her way to the gym, and I'm just always a train wreck, and you know what I mean? So they're able to see us and not feel so like, because I hear so much from other people in our company that came from other companies that they just couldn't believe how people treated them here at True Vision, because at the other company it would have never been like that. All the top leadership always sat in the front row. They sat at their own tables. They didn't talk to the other people, and that's one of the things that people talk a lot about this company, is how that they don't know whose team people are on or not on, because there's so much love crossover that it doesn't matter, right?
This will make me cry.
I know it's a lot. It does. People can say a lot of things about a lot of things, but that's something that we do have in our company that, people don't have. And we know that coming from, one of the girls that spoke on stage was floored that I sat at the dinner table with her, like floored. And that just makes me sad that does happen in other companies. And so we can all have our own craziness and our own faults, but people feel that love there, and they feel it from the top leadership. And I think that that's super, super important. And I think that that's why we do cry. And I think that that's why we do feel like that when we're all together, because we feel that in our hearts,
I think so too. And, that's just, some of the most important people in my life have come from this company. And, like you, Allie, Tanya, Elisa, Alicia, there's too many to name, Jessica, Carl, just so many, that that's friendships that will never be replaced no matter what. And, once you feel that, you feel like you're just home. And, that's one of the most important things I feel has been the incredible thing about events. It's just getting together and feeling that bond between each other.
Well, I think too that when you get the CEOs on the stage and telling their stories the way they do, this is the CEO of our company. You know what I mean? That really makes a difference too in our company, that they're real people. Like, their lives weren't perfect before True Vision either. And nobody's life is perfect either now. And I think because the realness comes through all the way from the top, from the CEOs down, that it just really makes a difference at these events. And I know everybody was saying that 1 year is too long. Like, that even though we have a couple of Club 90s in there, that 1 year from summit to summit is too long. And I agree, because I think that things are so much, there was so many tears of happiness and some sadness, and you know what I mean? And it just really truly makes a difference. And it's hard to keep that all year around, because when we're together, it feels so different. Elisa, are you back yet? We're just rambling because we can't find you.
Like
Elisa
Sean's
Yarborough,
story,
where are you?
Sean coming out and telling his story, and Scott coming and telling us some of his story. That was just incredible. It just lets everybody know that they too are human beings. They too have a past. They too have obstacles and life choices that they've had to overcome. And, that's so many people in life. Everybody has had to overcome obstacles and horrible life choices and so forth. And it just puts into perspective that they too are just like us.
Yep.
Owners of a company or not, they're just like us. They're just wealthier.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, and that just lets them
And the
see
thing is
that
all
how
of you on this
humble.
call can be too. All of you on this call can rewrite your story, right? Like tomorrow is a new page, like in a book, and tomorrow you can change. Something I heard today, someday isn't the 8th day of the week.
True.
I like that.
Someday isn't the 8th day of the week, right? So everybody on this call, you can be wherever you want to be, regardless of what happened, what your past is, where you come from, what kind of education, what you have, if you're a single mom, if you were a young single mom, if you are educated, not educated, if you are educated and you became a drug addict and went to prison and got out and changed your life, it doesn't matter. You can be anybody you want to be. As long as you put your mind to it and continue to use the tools given to you and surround yourself with love of people and go share that with other people. People will want to be a part of what you're a part of, because people want to be a part of something. They want to feel this. They want to feel
And
what
that's just like
Stacey's feeling right now. Oh, there she is.
Yeah, and Stacey or Ashley, yeah, I'm here. Ashley talked a little bit about that, and just we need you to show up. We're all individually. I mean, Ashley totally rocked it when she kind of talked about that. Like, we need you to show up. You individually, we all have something different to offer, and we all need each other to make this crazy world go round. So, I agree. Alicia, what was your biggest takeaway?
I mean, I'd have to probably say, what Kaylee and Stacey were just talking about too. But I think, like one of the things that really shook me is, as much as I love Sean and I've spent so much time around him, I had never heard his complete story like that. And I mean, it broke my heart because I love him so much. And then seeing, just those pictures and hearing that. But I mean, it just keeps ringing in my head, and I mean, the pictures of him. But the reason why I think it's so important is because it shows us all that you can come from anything. You know what I mean? You can come from a really deep place. You can come from the very, very bottom. And I mean, if you look at him, I mean, how much more rock bottom can you get? And he was able to come out of that and is now the owner, you know what I mean? Like one of the owners of this amazing company. That to me was so powerful. So that's something that I'm never going to forget. And it's going to be something that's constantly going to ring in my head, like that if you just can pull yourself out of that place, you yourself, can be and do anything. I mean, our owners set the bar for that and set the stage for that. And I mean, Sean he's just such a beautiful person that, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it really hurt me to the core looking at that and hearing it that way. But I was so happy that, I mean, that takes vulnerability, and that really does speak volume about our owners and about our company. I mean, he was willing to be transparent and to come out there. That's pretty brave. Like, to me, that is badass and brave. And that is the epitome of being fearless. He comes out there, opens up, you know what I mean? Like that's some personal stuff, but I mean, he's vulnerable. And that's what I love about our company is that, 99.9% of us really are just ordinary people that, are wanting something better for ourselves. And a lot of us have come from really rough, very hard places. And, I mean, this has provided so much for so many of us. So, I love Sean's story. That really stuck out. It really completely touched my heart. It was so raw. And then, I love just hearing everybody's story on stage. Of course, I love our new products, and I love our culture. I really, really do. I love, after the events and stuff. I mean, how many of you guys just love, in the middle of the lobby, everyone's just hugging and talking and loving each other. And, like Kaylee and Stacey are saying, you can't sometimes tell who's who and who's where. I mean, Paige, Kaylee's, one of Kaylee's associates. It's like every time I'm at the store and I see something that has a cat on it, like I have to buy it. And so like, I think I've bought her dresses and phone covers, and it's like, you would never know we weren't, you know what I mean? Cause it's your relationships and friendships. And well, hell, I mean, me and Kaylee, I think we bring each other something like every time. We just like all love each other so much. And I mean, that's not something that I feel like you probably see everywhere. I don't know. I'm not in like, I haven't been around tons of companies. I just know that the relationships that I've made here are ones that are going to be forever, and that I love like people and us so much. And you could see that. You could see, like the love and the culture that we have here that's so different. I don't know. That to me always stands out, just how close everybody is and how much everybody loves everybody.
What's your favorite new product? What would you say your favorite is? You have to pick one.
I have to pick one. I don't want to pick one. I'm like, I don't want to pick one. Well, so I'm not a huge sweet person, but the fluff is super good. I really love popcorn. I'm gonna have to probably say the popcorn, and I'm not going salty and sweet because that cheesy popcorn is delicious. Like it's so good. But I mean, I love the s'mores, and I do like it heated. But I mean, out of the snacks, probably the cheesy popcorn.
Yeah, girl, I saw you eating it.
Hey, stop judging me.
That cheesy popcorn.
Don't judge. I'm like, I was looking for years and the whole thing. Don't judge.
So I just wanted to be sure everyone saw that value pack. So let's talk a little bit about the value of these products for what you're getting. So I'm a protein bar eater. I'm a Skinny Pop eater. How many has tried Skinny Pop? If you've tried Skinny Popcorn, and it's something I ate, not because I necessarily liked it, but because it wasn't terrible for me. And Matt would say this tastes like plastic, like he did not know how I ate it. And let me tell you, I threw that Skinny Pop like, bye. I will never eat Skinny Pop again, okay? So this popcorn, I was completely blown away. I was blown away at all the taste. Let's talk about kind of the value you get. For the 20 grams of protein in the bars, and I don't have the sheets right in front of me, but I know it was like 10 grams of fat and maybe 37 off the bat, what it is. But for the protein that you're getting in those bars, guys, it's an incredible value. One, I just want to say that. And two, when you order that package, I don't know if you all have seen the breakdown of that package that Derek posted. The bars, if you get them on Smart Ship, like the snacks end up being around like $3 a piece. That's like what you would stop and buy at the gas station, if not cheaper, to be honest. Because I think sometimes when I buy protein bars, they're close to $4 each, like at the convenience store. So I think the value of them is really good. The ingredients is really good. I was just honestly blown away. Look, hold on. I have a protein bar on my desk right now. And this is not ours, but it's a Quest bar. I had to ship all mine home, and I've had these. No one judge me. But ours tastes better than this one. So let me say that. And this has 6 grams of fat, 24 carbs, and 20 grams of protein. So super comparable, but trust me when I'm trying to eat those s'mores and blueberries. So I think that's kind of a whole nother avenue to kind of dive into with our products. The value. Let's talk a little bit for the people that weren't there, because there are people that were not there. So they're trying to like recap. They're like, oh, y'all are talking about what you saw, but they didn't know what we saw. So I think we should also share a little bit about kind of the technology that's coming, that they introduced to us. Who's like super excited about that? Like our new tools. We talk a lot about that. When was that? I want to say they said by the end of October. Is that what they said for the new? Does anybody remember?
I think so, but I'm not super great in techie.
They
so I
said
don't know
they said
exactly
October 1st.
all of it.
Okay, October 1st.
Mhm.
So, yes, it's available on tablets and iPads now, for the like demo one of that. So there's a couple different, the new technology, I don't really know how to explain it. I mean, I saw it, but it's almost like our own social media platform. Would that be the best way to describe it? Anybody that saw it or anybody that feels comfortable like really describing it to someone else? Because I don't want to tell you all.
Yeah, I can go for that.
Yeah, go.
So one of the apps is going to be like a social media platform, and with Facebook and any other social media, they limit the amount of people that see your post. With this particular platform, once they follow you, they will get a notification every time that either you post or you go live. So that is one of the benefits for this particular thing. The other one that was really cool was if you are talking about a specific product, you can put in the live a link to add to the cart. So like if we're talking about popcorn, the white cheddar popcorn, you can actually have on your Facebook Live while you're
You
talking
guys can
the
turn
link,
on the TV. You don't have to like sit in the
and you
dark.
just press add to cart, and it goes right to their order screen from there. So from your Facebook or from your, I'm not even sure what the app's called. So that is one of the apps. The other one is for, I would imagine for like working associates. It's going to have the new training system. They're doing what's called 5 for 5. And that is for new associates that are wanting to start the business, but don't really know how or has never done network marketing or anything like that. So it's just a great tool to go along with all the other trainings that we currently have. So they're doing that. It's going to be 5 months worth of training, 5 videos that are 5 minutes a piece per month. So 25 minutes a month, they just go over either products. I'm not too sure what exactly they're going to be going over because they haven't released all the details, but they're going to be, basically getting you started. And then,
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Trevor. You explained that. Then I could have.
what were you saying? I think we lost her.
Oh, I said you did a better job than I could have.
Cool. But yeah,
I'm always lost.
That's basically it. And then with the the one that has the 5 for 5, it's going to be for associates. You can actually enroll somebody right there. So like if you're at a coffee shop or something like that, you can just pull up your iPad or your phone and you can enroll somebody right there on the spot. So that's another cool thing. It's also going to have all the product videos. I heard there's going to be some opportunity videos. So like if you want to share it with your customers or your prospects on what our products do or how our business can help them, you can just, with a click of a button, you can send it to either their Facebook Messenger or their text message, like that, and they can just watch it right then. So that was pretty cool. But definitely happy to see the more technology and more marketing materials and trainings, from corporate. So I was super excited about that. Is Elisa there?
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Can you hear me now, Trevor?
Yep, you're good.
Yeah, I'm trying to be. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yes, that was a great explanation. Way better than I could have done. I did see a few questions. Hold on. That was one of the questions I had. Let me scroll back up. There were some questions over here in the chat that somebody said that was a question I had. I don't know. I love that. They gave us a demo. Yes.
It's Tanya. Can I just point out quick that the app that is in the App Store, I know there is a True Vision Health app in the App Store. That is not the corporate True Vision app. So I had people actually at the event downloading that app. That is not True Visions. It will not be in the app store. So if you've downloaded that, get rid of it and wait for the info to come out. I just wanted to throw that out there because I had a lot of people, I got the app already. I'm like, no, that's not the app. So I just wanted to say that quick.
Yeah, that's very valid. Hey, Tanya, while we have you, what was your biggest takeaway?
For me, it was probably like everybody else. For me personally, this is actually the first event that I was social. Those of you that know me, I was the shy one. I sat back, I didn't talk. I was very well patched up and I talked all weekend, which felt great. I'm like, I've missed out on so much. But just to be able to talk with people and like everybody else, for them to feel how much love was in this company and that they felt, just starting out brand new, that they had a home. People literally, like everyone else had said, they were afraid to come because they didn't know if they would fit in or what. But, and then Sean's story, of course. So.
Perfect. And which product are you most excited for?
Probably the white cheddar popcorn. I am a popcorn fanatic. So that is like my favorite.
Yeah, that was awesome. Perfect. Thank you, Tanya. That is very valuable, important information. Somebody said, I love hearing Molly Bloom's story. So Molly was awesome too. I was completely blown away. I thought she had an amazing entrepreneurial spirit, and, she got slapped with a lot of, adversity, and she got it back up and kept going. So I thought, yeah, I enjoyed Molly too. If you all didn't see that, Molly's Game, the movie, Molly was the real Molly was the actress here. So I thought that was good. I thought that was inspiring. When will the gummies be in I've heard about when the gummies be back office. I was told this week. But I don't have an exact date on that. Yeah, that's what I was told. Has anyone have any testimonies on that, on the new? So for those of you who don't know, because again, y'all, we keep forgetting there's people on here that did not go. So for those of you who do not know, we have the 2 flavors of the protein bars. We have the 2 flavors of popcorn. We have the Fiber Fluff cotton candy, which is amazing. I've seen a lot of live kid testimonials on those. Those are super cute. And then we have the True Fix gummies and the True Slumber gummies. Okay. So for those of you, just got messaged in the back office now. For those of you who do not or did not hear that. Okay, go ahead, Ashley.
So many of you know that we traveled from North Carolina to St. Louis, which was a 16-hour drive. And then when Juliana started screaming with Sean's here to witness it. That was a 16-hour drive. And so when we left St. Louis to come to Florida, that's another 16-hour drive. And Juliana was screaming her head off. And Jaden was like this. I'm about to slip him another gummy. And Jaden was hyper and jumping all over the place, about to drive me crazy. I said, I pulled the car over literally on the side of the interstate, Sean, and gave Juliana half a gummy and then gave Jaden a whole gummy. And Jaden was literally within 15 minutes was like chill as a cucumber. And then Juliana kept fussing. So I gave her the other half of her gummy, and literally within 15 minutes, if you go to my profile, you'll see pictures that I posted of her. She was like chill, and then she was knocked slam out for like 2 hours straight.
Oh my gosh. It's not that we're, it's a great tool. It's a great tool when you're traveling like that. And I know Dave talked about giving it to his own daughter. So I think that's
Hey, can you mute Stephanie, please?
Yeah, I'm trying to find her. Definitely, you're not muted. And there's too many people on mute. If I find you and mute you. So everyone, please make sure you're muted. This is really bad feedback. And everyone who's I'm looking and I can't.
Driving mode won't let me. So we're gonna leave the group.
Can anyone help me find her? Can you mute her? 'Cause I can't. We may have found her. I'm not sure. Anyhow, we're gonna keep going.
I got it. I got it.
Thank you. And again, like I said, for those of you who weren't there, we launched the True Fix in a gummy, and then we launched the True Slumber in a gummy as well. Anybody else have any feedback? I know it's kind of early. Oh, I did want to mention some info that Dave shared with us about the patches. This is really important for those of you who were there or you weren't there. He talked about when you put the patch in a lean spot of your body, if you put it in a lean spot, it's going to be activated faster. It'll get in your bloodstream faster. But if you put it in a fattier part, oh my gosh, someone still isn't.
I got it.
Drives me insane. Thank you, Kaylee. Oh, guys, when you're on these calls, you have to be muted, or there's 180 people on there. That it's
Hey, I have to interrupt you for a second.
Yeah.
The True Fix gummies actually
No.
one
There is
fix.
no-
One
The
customer
True
said they don't
Fix
have this.
gummy is not a replacement for True Fix. There's
At
it's
all.
an
At all.
enhanced gummy. There is no True Fix in the gummy. It's just there's a couple ingredients that's in it. You cannot replace the gummy with True. You cannot replace the True Fix with the gummy. Absolutely cannot. So I know that was a misconception everybody thought of, or everybody.
And on the
Yeah.
bottle, it says take one. So that's for a child. And if you're going to take it as an adult, you should take 2 to 4 of them. But per government policy, we have to put it on there in a specific way because of some of the ingredients. So it's more of a multivitamin for your child. It is not. I had somebody today change their auto ship or try to change their auto ship to those because they thought it. Right. He may have said that, but that was it. That what shouldn't have been said. So I just, Stacy, thank you for bringing that up because I wanted to
Correct.
make sure we brought that up.
Sorry, I wanted to bring that up because a lot of people had that misconception. I have a lot of people trying to switch out their True Fix for the gummies, and it's just completely not happening. It's just not right. So, okay, that's all I had.
No, that's right. And I think it was kind of honestly a bad name because, I mean, obviously we know why people would think that. So, kind of think of it as a children's line, if you will. I think that's really important because I kind of think that was the plan behind it was to be the children's line where obviously adults can take it, but it is a chewy multivitamin for a child. Okay. Question. I just jumped on price for next year for Summit. Is the price going up next week? I think that this is a limited time for the early pack or whatever. For those of you who didn't see or hear, it is in Atlanta, Georgia, August 6th through 8th of 2019. And Tanya said, yes, that the price will be going up next week. Yeah, I think that's what Tanya's saying yes to. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Move your ass. Yeah, so I encourage you, you can buy those bulk tickets. Dave mentioned they have help control blood sugar for kids. Is that incorrect as well? It's a multivitamin only. The ingredient
What they said on the call this afternoon is
Yes, Stacy,
what they said on the call this afternoon is the ingredient that is in the True Fix along with the gummy is a ingredient that does help with blood sugar. So, if you want your child on True Fix, then the gummy's not a replacement. It's just an enhancement that will help that True Fix along with it. Does that make sense to everyone? Yes, it's only the green tea extract. So And that is a blood sugar regulator.
Correct. So it has similar ingredients that can help with that, but that's not necessarily what it's for. Perfect. What about the ADHD kids that take Fix? If they're having success with the Fix that they're taking, I would continue to take that Fix because again, this is not a replace for the Fix. I think that's really important to note. So I
think it's important to know too that it's a multivitamin pretty much. I mean, so all children, no matter what, I think need to be on a multivitamin. So let's just say this is a replacement for your child's Flintstone or whatever you have them on. If you don't have them on, everybody should be on a multivitamin. Everybody needs their vitamins. This is just, enhanced, and it's probably a better quality than any Flintstone vitamin you can buy at the store. Or, any other kind of multivitamin you can buy anywhere. And these are a very great price. We know the ingredients. We know they come from a great company. And Cheryl says it's a great additive to their nutritional needs. And that's correct because as adults, we take the multivitamin line. So why don't our children? So it's just a replacement for a multivitamin or putting your child on a multivitamin.
I think that's important to know. I, again, don't think it was the best naming so I can see why people were confused, but they didn't ask me. So I think that's really important. I've already told so many companies to help with ADHD, and it may help with ADHD. I mean, I think that's, yeah. Okay, any other?
We love cotton candy.
Okay, hold on. I'll get to the blocking.
We love cotton candy.
Yes.
Yay.
Awesome. Does anyone have any other, if you have any other questions, drop them in the chat and we'll try to answer them. We're not experts. We're learning just like everyone else. We also shouldn't use those diagnoses as claims, so that's a big dangerous trust. Yes.
Yes.
What are the ingredients of the sweet and salty popcorn? There's a ingredients list floating around somewhere. I have it on my phone. More info on the compensation. I'm not commenting on the compensation plans because I don't know enough about it. So if somebody else wants to, I don't think any of that is like set in stone. Again, that's not something I feel comfortable talking about because I don't know all the details to make sure that I relay them correctly to you all. And I think that's something that me and the other hosts talked about tonight, that we all kind of agreed that we're not talking about that. I feel like that's corporate's job to kind of talk about that, hammer out the details. I don't know when it's happening.
Guys, I wouldn't be, I just saw somebody, sorry, Elise, I don't mean to interrupt you, but people are talking so fast, like I'm trying to watch the comments. But somebody just said something about the enrollment fee change is huge. So guys, you guys want to be really careful talking about this stuff because people will wait and not sign up. And we don't know if that's coming like this month, next month, the month after, what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. So you want to be really careful about promoting that to people because you don't want them waiting until there's a no enrollment. I didn't say you did, Amy, but people really do. They start talking about stuff right away because of the excitement, which is perfect. So nobody did any, we'll be live in 20 minutes. Oh yeah. So I'm not saying nobody did anything wrong. I'm just saying because of the excitement and stuff, people start to talk about things like really quickly or whatever. And then sometimes it'll push, especially like when new products are coming out and things like that. So that's all I'm saying is you want to be careful not to promote that too much because you don't want people waiting. Sorry, go ahead, Elisa.
And apparently if Dave or Derek, I'm seeing mixed things. I mean, maybe they are going to talk about it. So I would encourage you maybe listen in on that call because that's if they want to announce it and do it there, that's on them. Again, I just don't know enough about it to educate everyone on that because I don't know when they didn't even say when it was happening. I don't know any of that. So if they did, again, I don't know, but it looks like they're doing another call in about 15 minutes. That either I'm seeing 3 different names. I'm seeing Derek, Dave, and somebody else. So that is very possible. I'm not sure. I was not included on that call, so I don't know.
Yeah. Me neither. I don't know
Um,
anything about that.
Well,
Yeah,
and
no,
I
it's
just want to,
not on.
I just want to say with the compensation plan, yes, it's great. It's awesome. I agree with you, Elisa. I'm not saying anything about it until corporate says it. Because it is not going to be in effect for a while. Right now, we need to focus on the new products and working with, launching them and doing that. That was just kind of a sneak peek, and it could change, it couldn't, but either way, I personally just am not going to say anything on it until it's set in stone. So I appreciate you being on the same wave.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know enough. So I don't want to, there's nothing bad going on, you guys. They literally just briefly told us about it in a 5-star and up, like our meeting, and then briefly talked about it again. Again, don't know details. Apparently they're announcing it tonight. I'm not sure. So yeah, not until the end of the year. So we got a lot of time between now and then and new products to focus on and launch. So what I would encourage you all to do is, really focus on these new products, investigate the ingredients, do comparisons between other, like I said, I just happen to have Skinny Pop laying around. So I did a side-by-side comparison of Skinny Pop and our popcorn. I have other protein bars laying around, side-by-side comparison, taste, things like that. I encourage you all. That's how I encourage you all to promote them. That's how I encourage you all to, just really start marketing those snacks, because I think it's a great addition to what we're doing. We already have the crafted spices and now adding in these snacks and then that Smart Ship. I do not have the power. This is the only power hour we're having this week. We're all been traveling and it's been chaotic. So we will be back to regular power hour next week. So I know a lot of people have been asking about that. So I appreciate that. There you go. Tanya answered. You must be off Harmony for the week of your period. Yes, there are peanuts, and it does say that on the box and in the packaging. I know for sure it says made in, like they aren't made with peanuts, but there are peanuts made in
Yep,
the
it says made in a
facility.
Yeah.
Yeah, same equipment. Yeah, not in our product, but made in the same equipment. Yeah.
Hey,
No,
Lisa.
Sarah, it's not
Yeah.
necessary if you don't have a period, but they only come with 26 patches. They only are 24 patches or whatever. So,
Yeah. Go ahead, Trevor.
I was gonna touch on that app one more time.
Sure.
Once that does release, I would highly suggest everybody go on there and leave like a 5-star review, just so we can get that other app that's an independent associate that is actually no longer with the company. So we can get that app like lower on the thing. So the more that people actually go on and download and leave a review on the True Vision app, the better our placement will be when that time comes.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good idea. And I love that. Someone put consumables are huge for repeat sales. I mean, yeah, ideally we want people's kids eating this. We want your families eating this. This is going to be a repeat order for people. Once they try this stuff, they are going to like it. It's honestly delicious. So I do look for this to be a huge, huge selling point. When you get this in the hands of people and they see you with it, they're naturally going to want to know, what is that? What are you doing? Let them try it. Anything they can eat, and they're going to eat again. And that's a repeat order. So I know there's another call going on in about 10 minutes, so I don't want to run into that. Does anybody have anything they want to touch on? Any other specific questions?
I will say how important these events are. Just with my girlfriend Marissa, and then I know Rachel and her boyfriend Michael. Marissa and Michael, it was their first event, and they got to see another side of what we do, and I know that both of them have told me how excited they are to help us out and get the word out and continue to do what we do. So if you can bring your other half, and that way they can actually see what True Vision is all about, and the family and just our community. It will definitely be beneficial for your business, just so they can see, you know, what it is that we are trying to do as a team.
Agreed. I mean, I preach that all the time, so I think that is hugely important. So I think that's awesome. And I do see where the orders, you can order in the back now. The new products are back there. So just a heads up. So there, I am seeing those back there. So, all right, well, I appreciate you all. I know it's been kind of chaotic. We will be back to regular Power Hour schedules next week. So if you were there, it was wonderful, amazing. Thank you, ladies, for hopping on tonight. Thank you, Trevor, for helping us out. Anybody have any closing? Kaylee, you have anything?
No, I'm
All
good. Everybody
right,
have a
great.
great
Well, we
week.
appreciate you all. Thank you. Y'all have a good night.